Hi, my name's Rebethany. Rebethany Ann Chastain. I know, it sounds British, don't it? Yeah, my mama was from England. No, not the country, you know, New Hampshire. God, that's a long ways away. My daddy, he was Alabama born and raised, except then he moved to Arkansas when he was 2, so guess he wasn't really raised there, actually. Although, well, does that count as being raised somewhere if you were 2? I don't know. Anyway, they were good people, Mom and Pa. Very good people. Till the drought came. Summer of '97. I'll never forget it. Pa came in one day saying, "Who let the dang hose run dry?" Well, of course I had done it. I was washing my bicycle on account it was dusty. You see, we live on a dirt road all the way up now, nearest to Kentucky. And I was real proud of my bicycle. I was the only girl in Elmer with a bicycle. At least one with wheels on it. Of course, Maybelline Omar had a bicycle also, but hers was just a front. She found it at the old churchyard underneath the pile of leaves. Bishop said she could have it if she finished cleaning up the leaves. Of course she did it. Maybelline Omar had to have everything. We were all so jealous. Didn't have a seat or nothing. It was just a front. But Lord, she would sit on that thing for hours. No wonder she got tetanus in her leg that summer. And she lost control of her vagina. I swear the entire coach just fell right off of her. At least that's what her boyfriend Russell told me. And he ought to know. He was rough. Anyway, Dad came home one day and he made a bundle playing poker. And he walked right up to our double wide with a brand new shiny bicycle just for me. With a seat and everything. I used to ride that bicycle past Maybelline Omar's house every morning before school. And I'd say, "Hey Maybelline, how's that friend of yours doing?" And she would call me dirty names. I mean really unchristian-like things, you know. Till one day, Maybelline stopped coming out. I thought surely her mama must be spanking her for all the nasty things she said. No, come to find out, just her vagina falling off. I guess that was just God's way of punishing her for all them things she said. I never say nasty things about people. You call somebody the C word, God might take it away from you. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, my bicycle. So I was cleaning it all because I was real proud of my bicycle. But as I mentioned earlier, we was having a drought. Paul told me never to use the water in the afternoon. It was for emergencies only. I didn't listen. I wasn't going to ride past Maybelline Omar's house with a filthy bicycle. So I waited till Paul was off at work. And then I cleaned it all with that running water till them spokes were glistening. Wouldn't you know, I forgot to turn the hose off. So, Paul comes home from work nearly 7 hours later, and he is pitching a fit. He says our entire house has a moat around it. Sure enough, there was our green and yellow country, just rising from the water, like a green and yellow castle from the books of yore. I'd always dreamed of having a moat one day, like a princess high up in a tower. I didn't tell my pa about it, at least not then anyways. Mainly on account of we was on a hill, and sure enough all that water started gushing everywhere and causing a little landslide. And before you knew it, our green and yellow coachman was sliding down the hill. It looked like a gorgonzola on the streets of Venice, just floating gracefully along. Thank goodness Cooper boy knew how to swim. He's my little brother. He was only 5 at the time. He didn't get out before a landslide, but when that trailer started flooding, he managed to stay alive by swimming in that back bedroom area there. He did the breaststroke for like 20 minutes till my daddy came in after him. Now, I suppose you're all wondering where my mama was in all of this. She was getting her hair done. And not in one of them fancy parlor shops neither. She was at her sister's trailer, down the hill, right in direct line of our runaway coachman. Papa and Mama was getting her lip waxed when the trailer hit. So when Aunt Bethany pulled the tape, see, she's who I was named after. Well, her and Mama. See, Mama's name was Rebecca, and her sister's name was Bethany. So I named Rebethany. And Anne, of course, was Queen Anne, the ruler of New Hampshire, I think, where Mom was born and raised. Anyway, Aunt Bethany just pulled and yanked Mama's lip clean off her face when the trailers hit. Poor things never saw it coming. It was like the sound of gunfire when those two monstrosities hit. And not them little gunshots neither. No, this was like a double-barrel shotgun in your ear. The kind with the front end sawed off and the maple-colored wood grain pump. The kind me and Daddy used to hunt chipmunks with. And sometimes armadillos. You ever eat an armadillo? Kind of like a tenderloin. Except you gotta cook it up real nice or you get a hepatitis sort of. What was that thing Jesus had? A leopard skin. That's right. Stuff is nasty, ain't it? Makes your skin fall off of you and all your body parts, your arms and your legs. Hey, maybe that's what Maybelline Omar had. A leopard skin. Maybe she didn't eat an armadillo. Shoot, I never even thought of that. That would explain the coochie falling off. Anyway, Mama had a blow dryer in her hand just before that happened. Mainly on account of you can't get a good pull if the wax is still too wet. I mean, ain't no sense in pulling all the hairs out unless you can't get them all in one clean swipe. So Mama had that blow dryer plugged in, she was blowing on that wax. And that was right when those two trailers hit. And the water came in through the window and landed right smack dab on Mama's electric blow dryer. Lip was torn clean off at the gums, and the poor thing was roasted like a marshmallow on the 4th of July. And dear Auntie Bethany, she fell backwards on a pair of scissors. She was paralyzed from the hips on down. But at least she's still here with us to celebrate Christmas every winter. The funeral was awful. Poor Mama was just lying there grinning the entire time, like a happy grinning beaver with her front teeth all sticking out. I could hear the snickering and the jeering from the crowd. Even Maybelline Omar's Mama was in the audience that night. Miss Clarabelle. She was whispering some really wicked things about me and Mama's missing lip. I couldn't hear who she was talking to. Let's just say old Maybelline didn't lick it off the grass, in my opinion. So, I walked right up to that old heifer, and I said, listen, Miss Clarabelle, I know you're older than me by like 40 years and all, but if you keep making jokes about my mama, I will sock you in the teeth. And you know what she said to me? You know what that old Medusa said to me? She said, child, you're gonna get what you deserve. You mark my words, little girl, you're gonna get what you deserve. I didn't know what to say to her. I mean, what did I deserve? I've always been a Christian. I've read the Bible picture books my mama gave me since I was 2. So what did I deserve? lying dead and her face is all disfigured. And our coachman smashed up and flooded in a ditch. I ain't got no place to sleep. And on top of all of that, my daddy done grounded me and took away my toothpick. So what did I deserve? At least what I hadn't already gotten. She turned away from me. And I grabbed that crucifix from off the wall, the giant metal one with the word Henry across the top, and I done smacked that woman in the head with it about 6 or 7 times. And then when she lay bleeding, I jumped up and down on top of her, like I used to jump up and down on Mama's bed. Only Miss Clarabelle was kind of bouncier on account of her gland condition. That last part was a bit excessive. I agree. But there was 40 different witnesses, and Miss Clarabelle was dead before she hit the ground. So they locked me up in here. They say I electrified my mama, I paralyzed my aunt, and I done tried to beat religion into Miss Omar's head. So maybe she was right. Maybe Miss Omar had the vision. I mean, I sure did get what I deserved. And all I did, break a stupid rule, like wash my bicycle. Now I can't leave this filthy prison for 20 years. Daddy never visits, and Goober Boy's only 7, so he don't have a car yet. Maybe in another year or 2. And Auntie Bethany's still mad at me because her legs no longer work. I mean, some people just hold a grudge, you know? So here I am, sitting here all alone in prison. The guards are never friendly. And the other girls, well, most of them are lesbians. You know, like Ellen DeGeneres. Only they're not as funny as she is, I suppose. And the food is just disgusting. So, things did not turn out the way I wanted. But maybe, just maybe, Maybelline Omar got what she deserved as well. After all, she don't have a vagina no more. And her mama's dead now as well as mine. I'll teach that little bitch to call me names.